Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while since I done been on. It's good to be back, in full effect. We got Sir So Baron with us. What's going on, man?
Oh man, it's another day, man. Another episode, man. Another week.
Another
We
day in
just ready.
paradise.
Yeah, I mean, it can be. It can be. It can be. If you want it to be your paradise, it can be your paradise.
Hey, I'm thankful for every day,
Yeah,
every.
man. Yeah,
So
man.
I'm doing zero complaints.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, man. We glad to have you back, man. We was kind of going ham without you being around, man.
Yeah, man. It's just, hey, look, when the money call and these bit and these corporates and stuff like that get to calling, man, I gotta go. I can't tell them no.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, when the money right, you sure can't tell them no.
No,
Yeah.
I
So,
bet not.
actually, with that being said, man, I guess I'm gonna go right into today's topic. First of all, I want to let the viewers know this is Solutions, and we're back again with another episode. And if you guys are not subscribed with us on YouTube, please do so. And when you get on there, like and share and subscribe. Tell other people to do the same. You can find it under my name, which is Barrett Murphy. And my co-host James, he has a security business. Any type of security you need for field, reach out to them. It's called Strong Arm Security LLC. And we'll do our best throughout the show to come back and make sure you guys get that information. And we hope that you pass it on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with that being said,
The
and you
topic
talking
of
about
today.
yeah, man. We talking about, that money call and stuff. Because I got something to ask with the topic of today. What is failing and what is success? Or how do you fail and how do you succeed?
Well, can they be one and the same? Can
Well,
your
that's what we here. That's what we're
can
here to
your
find out.
yeah, can your success equate to your failures or vice versa?
See, man, look, you
Huh?
can't be giving you can't
What?
be giving you can't be giving it away already, man. We won't be on 10 minutes if,
Oh no! Look.
if you give all the answers.
Oh no! I ain't gonna give them the answers. Look. I'm just giving them a little food for thought. I'm just trying to give them something to think about. Cause yeah. So, how you feel about it, man? Like, first of all, how do you feel about failure as a black
well,
man? How do you feel about failure?
well, well, man, that's a statement there. With you asking
Hey,
as a black man, uh, as a well, like I like to say, as a melanated man, like you say, as a black man, uh, how do I view failure? Uh, I feel that it as a specific person, uh, that's not something that I want to associate myself with because we're already expected to fail. Uh, and actually, what my reason for wanting to bring this up though is because failure does not always have to be what other people think, but because of stereotypes and examples that we've had, this is what kind of make people feel the way they feel about failures. But like you said, asking me as how do I feel that as a melanated man, uh, I feel that necessary failure is necessary. Failure is necessary. Uh, Have you ever seen somebody that, you know, feel like everything that they do, they're pro at it without any training, without any, any lesson, any teacher? Because I know people like that. I know people
Mhm.
that they don't make no bad decisions.
Virtually
Everything
impossible, man. I
everything
mean,
they do, everything they do is on point. Now, but before you answer though, but that is a perception though, for a person to feel that way, because when you talk about being confident, you could throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it in that sense, then maybe what everything you do in your mind is successful. But we
just
know
be,
better. But we know better. We know better.
just because you perceive something to be doesn't mean that's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Perception is
A whole lot of things we rather not say.
yeah. Perception is like a butthole. Everybody, what I'm saying, perceive themselves to be a certain way, but it's not
That's a
exactly
nice
like
way to
what it
put it,
is.
Jay.
That's like me saying the glass is half empty, and you saying it's half full. But I think failure is healthy, right?
Uh-huh.
And for me, as a melanated man, you know, I'm not going to say that I welcome failure because nobody wants to fail, right? But if I do fail, I'm not distraught about it, and I'm not, to the point to where that I'm just ready to give up because failure teaches us lessons, right? Those
Yeah.
are those are
Yeah.
called life lessons.
Yeah.
If I fail now, I'm able to reflect back at the mistakes that I made that caused me to fail. Now I'm able to make those corrections in order to succeed, right?
Yeah.
So it teaches valuable lessons. It also teaches us um, what caused me to, when I felt this way, when I felt failure, how does it make me feel? Do I want to continue to feel that way again? Um, I have a question. People want to know, can they ask questions? Yes, y'all can ask questions at any point in the
Yeah.
game. I will post it up on the screen and we will try to get to everyone's questions if you do have a question. So, yes, please feel free to chime in. This is a discussion for everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
apologize, y'all, for not mentioning that. Yeah. This is an open episode. So yes, feel free. But
so
yeah, go ahead, James.
so
Go ahead.
yeah, so those failures again are life lessons, and depending to the degree that we do fail, can cause us to become better individuals. Better men, better women, better mates, better children, better employees, better
Yeah.
business owners. We become better. Um, we have one comment. It says, I'm gonna put it up on the screen by Miss Sabrina Williams. You only fail and be a failure when you believe you have failed. Yes and no, Sabrina. You can. You don't have to all. That goes back to the comment Baron made. About a person that perceives that they do everything correctly all the time, right? Because you can fail at life. You can fail at being a husband. You can fail at being a wife. You can fail at being a parent. You can fail in a lot of different ways. But we don't want to allow those failures to define who we are as
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah.
We
That's
don't
good.
want to allow those failures to hinder us from becoming great. We don't want to allow those failures to hinder us from achieving our full potential at
Uh-huh.
no point. But I personally believe, I'm not here to convince anyone otherwise, that we all do fail at some point in our life. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
how we get back up and run with it.
And see that's another point I want to focus on. The get back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple of sayings that I have adapted in my life when it comes to this topic, and it goes like this: a minor setback sets you up for a major comeback.
Mm-hmm.
But see now, if you hadn't have made the setback, you wouldn't even push forward to get to a place to reestablish yourself. Because watch this, when you've been at a level of achievement, I'm not gonna even call it success, but I'm gonna say achievement. When you've achieved something and you lost that, it's almost like it's a hunger for you to get that back again.
Of course.
For example, if you're good at playing basketball, let's use sports for example, and you playing one-on-one. Let's say you're in a one-on-one tournament, and it's 5 different people that you have to play, and you beat everybody except for 2 people, and you have to go back with that failure that you didn't win, or let me say you didn't beat everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get the championship, but you did get to feel a sense of what winning looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gain, an advancement with every level. And so what typically would happen to a person like that as it pertains to life, like you said, fatherhood, uh, marriage, a job, a business, you want to go back out there and practice. You want to go and, find out better ways to play,
Yeah.
and life is a game in a lot of different ways, and so what that looks like is you want to go out and you want to learn all that you can learn so that you can be better. So
Yeah.
like you said, so that you can achieve whatever your purpose is, whatever your reasoning is in the area that you're trying to achieve.
I think in a scenario like that, we're gonna run across where that you can't win at everything, especially like when it comes to sports and stuff like that. Somebody has to win, someone has to lose. It's just period, right? So in a
Yeah.
situation like that, we want to be able to know that if we didn't win, did we give it our best? Did we give our all? Right? So which means if we're able to answer yes to those 2 questions, then at the end of the day, we won. Like we succeeded because we gave it our all, just someone else was better than us at that particular time. So we don't have to, always win at everything. Um we have I'm trying to
Go
get to
ahead, go ahead.
everybody in their questions.
Well,
So we have
while you doing that, I want to talk about that. Why do we attempt to live up to what other people think success is?
well so with that right there, I think to live up to someone else's success is because I think you have to take it. Okay, let's take it one step at a time. Let's start with children, right? So as a child, your parent may put a certain pressure on you because they have certain expectations for you. So as a child, we want to please our parents, so we try to live up to our parents' expectations, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, that just depends on what they are and what type of household you come from. Then you can also take environment, right? So you take the environment that you grow up in, that you're surrounded in, And then you can take peer pressure. You can allow peer pressure to shape you to live up to a certain standard or to become something that you didn't intend to become,
Mm-hmm.
and allow yourself to be, I guess, to become a follower versus a leader. and in that sense. And then as adults,
Uh-oh. James cut out. Okay. So James cut out. So until he come back, it's kind of funny how the screen froze right there. But the reason why I asked that is because I guess I'll do this. I'll take the time
okay, can you
to
hear me now?
talk about this book. Oh yeah, but
All
you
right.
cut out, man. But I was gonna tell everybody to go ahead and check this out. This is a young lady here in Houston. She wrote this book. I hope everybody can see it. Let me see. Uh, the Diary of a Hurt Soul. And I haven't dug into it yet, but I read the back. You know how we guilty of that, reading the back of the book. Think we know what the whole book talks about. Uh, but this is based on her a true story, and this is talking about a hurt soul. So you guys go check it out. It's by Benetric Faye, and you can find her on Facebook. And she wrote this book and published it this past May. So you guys go support her and tell me what you think about the book. I'm gonna continue to read it. Me and my lady, we gonna check it out. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let us know what you think about it. But go check her book out. And I think it's a good read. I think it's from what I see so far in the back, it's some good stuff in here, man. And I'm gonna dive right in there as soon as I get a chance. But with me reading the title, uh, I can relate that to what I'm talking about. Because we have so many people that's hurt. We have so many people that's dealing with different things. And what some of that looks like, James, is what you were just describing. And that's why I asked the question about living up to other people's expectations. Because sometimes that can be a dangerous thing. Sometimes you can put a person in the wrong mindset because of what you expect them to be or what you expect from them. And especially parents, because when you have a child that shows ambition or shows drive, a lot of times parents will live vicariously through their kids, and they'll try to push their kids into things that they didn't achieve and they didn't accomplish because they see this drive and this ambition in this child. And so sometimes that's not good because you'll push somebody into something that they probably don't even have an interest
in. Yeah, I
in.
mean
So,
that.
so when I talk about success, how do you fail? How do you succeed? We have to discover. I was kind of talking about this earlier today, but we have to discover who we are. You know what I'm saying? And then once you discover who you are, then you can start going into the direction of what success is to you.
Yeah, see, I think that right there lead off into that, like once we start to talk about actual success itself, because right now, failure plays a key part in success of individuals. Oh, but that's what I was saying too before I got cut off, is that we also have to think about too, like how, like, well, back to the question you had asked me, and the last point was living, as adults, how we try to keep up with the Joneses, as far as like living up to society's expectations on what society say we should have, where we should be in our life according to TV, movies, commercials,
Yeah.
you have these entertainers who live a certain lifestyle and they flaunt it, so you want to be like them. You know, like you admire them, well, I ain't gonna say admire, you envy them. You know,
Yeah.
it's almost like a form of worship. You know, like you kind of idolize these individuals.
Yeah.
So you want to be like them. I want to be like Mike. Oh God, dog! I just told my age. God, dog.
Ah.
But I
Uh,
think I think hatred for one another plays a huge part in our failure. Um and I'm about to and the reason I say that is based off of this question by Trell. I went to high school with this brother, man. Good guy. He says, why do us, I'm not as melanated, we're gonna say melanated people, don't want to see other melanated people succeed. I think that has a lot to do with our history as a people, right? Where that we had to fight for everything that we had, and we was always pent against one another at one point in time in history, right? And those things are, how do you say, they're passed down from generation to generation. It's just the way that, you know, people interact with each other within their family, and it's just passed down. It's just traits that's just learned and just kept, you know. So
yeah.
we kind of become crabs in a bucket, so, you know, sort of say, where that it looked like one of us getting out, then we want to hold the other person back, and by doing so we cause all of us to fail as a culture, as a people. You know, we hinder ourselves, and we cause our culture to fail because of that hatred that we display for one another, to where that I don't want to see you succeed because I ain't got it, so I ain't gonna let you have it. You
I'm
know?
glad, I'm glad, I'm glad you said that. Uh, because let's look at that for a minute. So you're upset because somebody achieved something before you did, but you had the ability to achieve that same thing. Now, watch this. If you didn't apply yourself, then you can't be upset with that person because they reached that level that you were attempting to reach before you did. And you shouldn't, because what that looks like is now you not only holding yourself back, but you holding the other people back that looks up to this person as a model
Mm-hmm.
because you being envious, because you're being I don't even want to say jealous, because sometimes hey, it don't even have
Watch
nothing to
this.
do with jealousy,
Check out
but
that comment I just posted at the bottom.
it's really a project of your failure. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Yeah. So see, man, that's good. Man, that's good.
That's Alfred. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's an old song by Johnny Taylor. It says everything's out in the open. So yeah, you have been projectified. You have seen that you didn't do enough.
Yeah.
You could have did more. You could have did this better. And that's what that person that reached that level before you did shows you, that I didn't really do everything that I could have done to get to that point. And so now you upset for no reason. Why should I ask this question quite often when I'm talking about stuff like this? And I ask people, and I ask everybody that's watching, what's the difference in an A student and an F student? I'm gonna give everybody a chance to answer that, but I'm gonna just drop that, and I'm gonna come back to that later. But James, going back to what you said,
Mm.
this is another thing, man, that we don't consider when we talk about the crabs in the bucket. I heard a guy that's dead and gone now say this. I have a lot of respect for him. And even in his absence, I still, resonate his words, man. But well, I wanted to call him doctor, but Dick Gregory, man. Dick Gregory says that we always, going back to that question that Terrell asked, we always talk about the crab in the bucket mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, but we never talk about the temperature of the water.
Hey.
Because somebody is controlling the temperature, and so he asked the question, why do us as black people don't want to see each other be successful? Is because we're focusing on the wrong thing. That's what I got out of what he said. We focusing on each other and trying to, see what the next person doing, but you're not looking at who put you in the bucket and the temperature. Who put the water in there? That's not your natural habitat. That's not your natural environment. And so we focus on the wrong thing. And so, in high insight of what I'm talking about, that's why it's different forms of success.
Mm-hmm.
Success don't have to look like what it looked like for a celebrity, or what it looked like for a celebrity athlete or an actor. In your life, you don't have your success does not have to look like that. And then watch this. A lot of this stuff I've been talking about this week. Success is not only financial. A lot of people make that misconception, man. That because they have a substantial amount of finance, that they've reached success on every level.
You
Now,
succeeded
it does,
financially, but
huh?
I said you you succeeded financially, right? But what about all other applications of your life?
Right, right.
If you're married, what about you as a husband or a wife? Are you succeeding there as a parent or a child? Or you succeeding, you know, contributing back to society, being a role model, giving back? Are you succeeding in that area? So, and I think too, as minorities, um, we gauge, like you said, our success based off of our monetary gain, right?
Yeah,
So, and again, it goes back to things that's instilled in us as children growing up, is generational, where that, hey, you need to go to school, get your education, you need to go get you a good job, you need to make six figures, you need to make
yeah,
seven figures, so these things are pushed, is driven, and it doesn't just stop at the, again, in the household. It's
yeah,
all around us.
yeah,
Everything is based off of monetary gain, right? So how much worldly and monetary possessions do I personally possess? The more that I possess, the more successful I am. But then you have to also realize, what about your spirituality? You know, what about your mental state? You have so much more that plays off into
yeah.
that actually contributes to you actually being successful.
Right. Well,
So
and being an all around uh person, man. I was sharing with somebody this week uh that my grandfather, he's also dead and gone. Uh, I admired that man, and not from what uh I heard him say necessarily, because that was important too. But what spoke volumes to me, even as a young man, is every time I would go around people that knew him, they had nothing but good stuff to say about him. I mean, I could be wrong because my mom is still living in three more of her siblings, but
mm,
they I feel like they're the only people that can correct me on this. But man, listen, I did not have anybody that I knew or that I knew that knew him
Mm-hmm.
that had anything bad to say about this man. And
Yeah.
it's like that is rare, man, for people to, you know, give you accolades, you know, in your absence, in your presence, you know, and just talk about how a great person you are, you know, and shout you out, you know, and just anytime, you know, a person find out that somebody is even attached to you,
Mm-hmm.
they say, you know, oh yeah, man, you know, you come from good stock, you know, your grandfather was this, that, and blah blah blah, you know, and you come from a different cloth, you know, you cut different out, and it's like, you know, that's what I would call what all around person looks like.
Yeah.
And to me, that's success when it comes to being morally sound.
Yeah. So
Because
watch.
because
Mhm. Go ahead.
because you like you know like you said, like I was mentioning, you can have monetary things, but be a hole when it comes to relating to people.
So look.
You
So
know,
since you said that right there, we have a comment, right? And this was right here was a comment that I was going to comment on and elaborate on. It was a comment slash question. Do you help people get ahead in life with anything? And Terrell says that he likes, like to tap in and show love and help people with money and stuff like that, right? So based off of like what you said and based off of his question slash comment, you don't just you don't just base your success again off of your possessions, right? You also base your success off of the success of others. So if I'm successful and I help you be successful, that just added to my success. Your success is my success. And everyone else that I help around me adds to my success. If they go out and do the same thing, they continue to add to my success as well as their own.
yeah, that's good,
So
and
now
that's true,
everyone becomes successful.
right? Well, you know, but let's look at this side because again, you know, we don't get, we're also talking about the solution, but we're going to get to the overall solution as to why we got this as a topic. But look at the reason why people do the things that they do. Like, are they doing it for you to get it, or are they doing it for them to look good and to make people think that they really care, and deep down they know that they don't?
The motive.
Because see, that's what determines the difference in positive character and negative character.
Of
You know,
course.
people have motives behind the things that they do, and that's why I don't like to associate success with monetary things, because if you have it, it's easy to give. For example, let me give y'all an example. If you have time, it's easy for you to give time. If you have conversation, it's easy for you to conversate. If you have monetary possessions in abundance, it's nothing for you to do something for somebody monetarily. But when you don't have those things and you sacrifice and you do because you know how difficult it can be. You may have not ever experienced, you know, a certain level of difficulties like other people have, but you know what difficulties is. And you know, sometimes some people just want to hear you talk to them. Some people just want to hear you say, "Hey, man, everything gonna be all right." They don't want your money. They don't want what you have physically at all. They just want that communion, that relationship.
That's a true
And so,
test.
huh?
I said that's a true test of an individual's character.
Yeah, because think about it. It's easy. No, listen, hear what I'm saying. It's easy for you to give what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm just gave examples. I'm not just talking about money or possessions. But how many people actually stop nowadays to communicate and actually care about what's being said? I'm guilty myself. So before I can say something to somebody else, I have to be an experienced. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody to think that I'm, trying to beat up on nobody or nothing like that. I'm simply saying that we need to get to a place where we understand about failure and success. And so what that looks like when it comes to other people is if you always stay conscious of the fact that other people may be where you are or where you have been, we'll never stop growing. We'll never stop achieving. And notice what I'm saying. We.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the problem. Most of us so focused on being an individual and so busy, want people to see what I'm doing and how cool I am, and how dope I am and how tight I am, until we forget about the next person. Exactly. We forget about who we feel is the little person.
And you know what?
But I was gonna say, but don't you realize that you're not the biggest person in the world? You may be big, and I don't want to take that from anybody. You may be big, you may be known and all that, but there's somebody bigger than you.
Well, watch this though. See, and you speaking on it, and the people speaking on it too. Like Alfred said, people don't really understand why Black Wall Street was successful. And it was because they had a basic understanding of success as a unit, not separate, not as an individual, but as a unit. And see, it wasn't, and it wasn't just the monetary, but it was collectively bargaining on all fronts. Why?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's big.
Well,
and a lot of people don't understand that.
They were contributing in all areas.
Yeah.
Not just
to their way
areas
of life.
that they wanted. Yeah, that they wanted to contribute in. Because again, going back to what I just said, it's easy for me to do in areas. Watch this, in areas that I have it. But it's hard for me to do in areas that I don't have. So watch this. Let me give you another example. What does that look like? I may be good at my communication skills, but I may lack in reading. So I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get involved with that because that's not okay. So right there, that's where you need to focus on. You need to focus on that area. That's the area that you're weak in. So sacrifice in that area.
Yeah, right.
Because it's easy for you to communicate, but it's hard for you to read. And again, and I'm just giving that as an example to show how, how difficult it is. Watch this, for us to make sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
See, we don't like to make sacrifices. Now watch this. Sacrificing causes you to fail sometimes.
Hold on, watch this. Hold on. I'm about to bring somebody on, because people want to get on. So I'm gonna let them come in and bring them on for a few minutes. And if anybody else want to get on, just send me y'all email address and I'll invite y'all to the show. Let y'all get on, make y'all comments to everyone.
Well, so I'm about real quick before you bring them on. And we ask that everybody that gets on respect the etiquette of the show.
No profanity, no saying the N-word.
Right. And this is not directed towards anybody in particular. So this is not, we're not picking on anybody. We're not pointing a finger. We're just having an open discussion. So with that being said, go ahead, James.
Because we want to respect everyone. So I'm about to bring on Mr. Trell Barnes. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Y'all doing all right? What's
today?
Good, man?
What's going on? I need to give a shout out. Powerhouse Extreme Bullies on here. If y'all need a dog, holler at your boy. I still work with my boy James over there. We do some security work together, so
Oh
everybody
yeah.
tap into that. But I like the little conversation that we having today, you know what I'm saying, about helping people. Cause I'm all for helping people. You know what I'm saying? I find jobs for people, even though I'm supposed to. You know, I I try to help people as much as I can, but it's a lot of people out here that does not do good business out here. They just are looking out for success just for themselves. I find my success in other people. You know,
Yeah.
I like to let my friends make money before I can make money. Cause I'm gonna make money regardless. I got a lawnmower in the backyard, so I'm always make some money. You know, but I just feel us as people, we need to push that that a little bit harder and try to help out every black soul. I mean, every melody. How y'all say
Melanated.
melody souls out here, melanated souls
So
out
so so
here,
so let me
brother.
answer
Because
this question then, Trell. So
what's up?
you make that comment, and then my brother Baron, he started a comment, but he would, but I kind of cut him short, to bring you on. So I'm gonna pick back up where he left off. Since you're on here, you can comment on it and chime in. So he had left off at sometimes helping people to try to succeed can cause you to fail. How do you feel?
Yeah, I could say yes on that, and I could say no on that because you gotta. I feel like this. Like I put it to like this. I want to start a security company at one point in time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, sh- should I stop doing that? No, because the simple fact that what another person can't succeed in, I could succeed in. Now, what I like to tell people is what I fail in it and where I succeed in it. Like I could hold good conversation with people. Can I close a business deal? Probably not, but I know somebody that can close the business deal for me. So with that being said, if it's something that I don't know how to do, I could pay somebody that can do it for me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So they go back to the comment that Mr. Shepard, Alfred Shepard had made about the Black Wall Street. It was successful because they had a basic understanding as of success as a unit, right? And
Yeah,
Barron also made the comment to where that, I might be a good talker, but somebody else might not be a good reader. Well, I might be a good talker, but I'm not a good reader. So I can talk, but I can't read very well. So then somebody else will help me read and I can help them talk. It's kind of like
exactly.
in
You
the
building it.
Bible dealing with Aaron, his brother. He one was a good talker, the other one wasn't. So one talked for the other.
I
No,
put it
go
to you
ahead.
like this. You remember that question? You remember that question that he had said earlier about what's the difference between an A student and an F student, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, you want to go back to that already?
It's
Okay.
it's no difference to that.
You
Because
think
you know why
so?
it's no difference to that? I think it's
Why?
no difference to that because I put it to you like this. Me and you went to school where there was no sports, correct?
Yeah.
We also had people that went to school with us with no sports. And they was average students. They didn't make A's, they didn't make B's, they made C's and D's, but they still made it to the NFL. So
Yeah.
who's to tell you that that book over there that you couldn't understand because you dealing with some problems at home because we all grew up in poverty. I grew up in Fifth Ward, you know what I'm saying, born and raised. So we all had negative stuff that we was looking at while we was trying to succeed in life that we have to grow from. So that's why I say it's no different between an A student and an F student because the A student can flip the script on a person in a minute. An A student can go to jail for prison for life, but I said that wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Anybody
I
can
understand
make
what you're
it.
saying.
Cause
So since you went back to the question, and because it's not my question, I know the answer to it, but it's not my question, so I'm not going to answer it.
I'm
So
waiting on him to answer. I'm waiting on him to
so
answer.
so if Barry chooses to answer that question right now, I'm gonna leave that on him.
Well, I kind of wanted to piggyback on. I think it was Sabrina that said real quick about failing. Uh, and
Let
I
me
wanted
go
to shine
find it.
light on that because I feel the only thing she left out is when you give up.
Mm-hmm.
When you give up, see, that's when you fail. See, so you're not she was right. You're not a failure until you give up. When you
Mm-hmm.
give up, now you fail completely. See,
Mm-hmm.
a bad decision that leads to a bad result is not the end. It's not the end because you still have another opportunity to change that. But it's when you give up that it ends. It's over because you've given up. So I'll go ahead and answer. I was going to save it to
Hold
the end.
on. Before you answer that, I want to thank you for going back and clarify that, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
and that's the beauty of this show, man. You know, solutions, being able to talk it out. Because the way that I perceived it, remember, there we go again with perception. I perceived that statement totally different, and I didn't even think about it to even
Yeah,
look at it in that aspect, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you going back, touching on that because you know I'm probably not the only one. But go ahead, man.
But that's what
I
we
had to
here
get them
to help, bro.
accolades real quick.
We here to help, man. So hey,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what it's about. But I will only disagree with Terrell for the simple reason is that there is a difference. Other than that, I agree with everything else that you said. But let me show you what the difference is. The difference is the A student applied themselves. The F student didn't.
Application.
So it's
yeah,
not
but
that the F student could not achieve what the A student did. They just didn't apply themselves. They gave up. They threw in the towel. They said, I forget it. I'm done. It's over.
yeah,
So you could have been an A student too, but you stopped applying yourself because you gave up.
Mm-hmm.
The A student didn't give up. So they kept studying, they kept reading, they kept writing, they kept
yeah,
doing
but
whatever they had to do to achieve the goal. And the goal is
yeah,
to apply, apply, apply. And
yeah,
that's
but
where
the
we at today as a people. We have stopped applying ourselves to work together. We have stopped
but
making those sacrifices to get us to the next level. And so watch this. This is what this look like for us. Hold on, Terrell, for you. I'm gonna show you. This is what this look like with us when it comes to other coaches. Everybody else is
mm-hmm,
achieving things. Everybody else is
mm-hmm,
climbing. Everybody else is we talk about it. Man, they got little Chinatown, little Asian town, little Hispanic towns, and Italian town, and we still sit up here talking about man, look, y'all see what they doing? Y'all see because you
We
stop
stagnant.
applying yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
Application.
but what I'm saying is, but why we putting a time frame on it? Why we
That's a
put a
good
time
question.
And
frame on it?
time frame in what
Because
aspect?
the reason why I said that, and I'm not disagreeing with you, is the reason why I said that I disagree with it is because I don't put a time frame on anything. Because I have seen people at their lowest, and then I also have seen people flip it on me. It came on top.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I make a statement. You know what I'm saying? I seen some
Look,
people
your
that
statement is welcome, man. I'm not attacking you. I'm just showing you the
no, no, no,
difference.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
showing you the difference. That I said that's all
Yeah,
I disagree with you on. I didn't disagree with you on nothing else that you said. I
So
actually agree with you, but there is a difference. What I said, there is a
oh
so
difference
yeah,
in the A student and the F student because of
yeah.
application. One has
so
applied, one has not applied. So that's the only thing that I was saying was different. There is a difference. Why? Because the result is A F.
Yeah, yeah.
so
I
and to
get you.
come
My bad. I'm with you now.
You
I'm
good.
with you
You
100
good.
percent now.
You good.
and to comment about a time frame, setting a time frame is healthy, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because
It is.
because if you don't set a time frame, you never give yourself a goal to achieve. By setting a time frame, you set a goal to achieve whatever it is that you set out to achieve by a certain time. Now, if it takes a little bit longer, so be it. But you have to be able to work towards it, because if you never set a time frame, then you never work towards a goal to achieve it. And if you do, it's going to be half behind, and you won't appreciate it. You tend to appreciate what you actually work hard for, and what you actually set your time aside for, because when it comes to money, you can always get money back, but time you'll never get
Can't
back.
get time. You
can't get time back. So if you set up and you squander your time, that's on you.
Exactly.
You're the person to blame because you squandered your time. So you have to use your time wisely. So like I said, setting time, like setting the time is healthy. It's advantageous.
Yeah, and watch this, James. I just want to add to what you're saying, because the reason why you set a time frame is because you want one word: results.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you set a goal, if you set a goal with no expectation of a result, then why set a goal?
You ain't gonna
why
set a goal then?
Why?
And that's why I asked that. That's why I asked that question, because a lot of people don't afraid to ask questions like this. I like to ask open-end, closed-end questions so everybody can get the knowledge that we need to get. But we just need to. I feel that we need to push it more. You know what I'm saying?
Push what?
Get out, like like me, for instance, like when you guys were talking about why do people push stuff on their kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to education, like I push one thing on my kids, that's learning how to read. You know what I'm saying? Because reading is fundamental. You know what I'm saying? It's really important that everybody learn how to read. You know what I'm saying? And now, far as what they want to do throughout their life, I let them tell me, "Hey, Dad, this is what I want to do when I grow up, or this is what I want to do, or this what I want to try for." Like my son, they tried out every sport underneath the sun, and I'm still trying to figure out what sport are we going out for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting him grow into his own person instead of me going to him and saying, "Hey, man, look, you're a big dude like Daddy. We big. We like to push people around. We like to secure things." Nah, he might don't want to be a football player like I was. He might don't want to do security like I'm doing right now. He might don't want to work at the VA where I work at. He might just want to just design clothes, because he make his own hoodies. He made me this shirt. You know what I'm saying? He want to do his own thing. So that's what type of vibe I'm on right now. I'm vibing with my kids instead of me telling my kids what they should or shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they get out of hand, when they get out of hand, I do go, "Hey, come on back over here. We don't do that over there. We do this. You know, we move slowly. We don't move fast. You know, so
with my life.
Yeah, I don't do no. I don't whoop my kids, because that's a bad thing. I don't put no physical hand touches on my kids, because I feel that it's taken away.
We're gonna try to stick to the topic, but hey, look.
But yeah, go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna open the floor back up for someone else if they want to get on. But we appreciate you getting on, though, bro.
We thank you, man.
Yeah.
Drop your information in the comments so that people can see who you are, and then we'll also shout you out at the end of the show as well.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, man.
Y'all boys
appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, thank y'all. Y'all call me if y'all need something.
Yes, sir. Right, appreciate it.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah, man, because again, how do you fail? How do you succeed? So, because we already been on here for about an hour, James. So we
almost.
we both long-winded. but to answer that question, that to the topic of what we're talking about, to the viewers, the way that you fail is you never give up.
Hold on. Rephrase that, because the way that you fail is it
Yeah,
because you never give up?
yeah. Let me say it again. Yeah, for the people in the back, for the people, the way that you fail, you guys, is you never give up. So that would go into what my brother James just said. You set goals to achieve a result. And when you fail, what that looks like is you get up and you dust yourself off and you try it again.
Mm-hmm.
There's another old saying, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Because you want results. When you set goals, when you set a standard, when you set a expectation for yourself, you want to achieve what you're setting.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't fail to stay there. You don't fail to give up. You fail to succeed. And so success, what does success look like? Success looks like a person that has failed a lot of times.
Success sometimes measured through the trials and tribulations that you actually went through to achieve what you achieved. You
Yes,
know, because success is really just achievement, is your accolade of the things that you wanted to accomplish.
yes,
So to tie everything in together, because and I'm gonna go ahead and tie it in is because I want, we want to start off about talking about failure first
yeah,
to
yeah,
understand what failure actually is.
yeah,
Because once we understand what failure is, then it's easy to succeed.
yes,
Well, easier to
yes,
succeed.
yes,
Because again, those momentarily failures that we have in life, or momentary setbacks,
yes,
are lessons, and
yes,
it's building tools and building blocks that we're able to use in order to succeed. Because now whatever direction that we came in it as, okay, that right there didn't work. I need to tweak it, so maybe I need to come in this way.
yes,
And by
yes,
doing so, though, that right there might be just the very key to being successful.
yes,
Because you really know, because you really don't know what works and what doesn't work. You really just have to try it, you
exactly.
know, and you just have to put yourself out there, y'all. Just don't be afraid to fall,
Yes, do
because
not.
as babies, when we're learning to walk, we fell, but we didn't stop getting up to learn how to
Yeah,
walk. We might have hurt ourselves and cried, but we got back up and eventually we
yeah,
learned how to walk, and then we started running.
yes,
So it's the same thing in life dealing with success, is that we have to start off crawling. No one comes out the womb running. So
no
no
one.
one is gonna come into success just running. We crawl, we walk, and once we got it, we able to run with it at that point. But everything in our life, everything that we do is a learning experience. Every setback, every failure is a learning experience. And we
Yes,
should be able to take something away from our life every single day that makes us better, that makes us great, that
yeah,
makes us better individuals every single day.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So that's why we wanted to discuss failure first, is because in order to succeed, to truly succeed, you have to know what failure is.
Yes,
And you have to know what works and what doesn't work. Because you can come in there and you can be successful right off the bat. And I commend everybody who's able to do so. You know, I tip my hat to y'all. But everyone isn't as fortunate.
no,
And some of
Nah.
us have to knock our heads a little bit in order to achieve the achievable.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
say it in order to achieve the achievable because everything
Yes.
is we're able to achieve whatever we set our minds out to be.
Yes.
And I know that some people have it harder than others. Believe me, I understand. I know everybody isn't handed, a silver spoon and handed life, a great life on a silver platter. But our life is what we make it.
Yes.
You don't have to be monetary rich to be successful.
Nope.
That can be, you making it, having a great family, great friends around you, great people around you. So don't allow success to be measured solely monetarily because we have to also take in mind our spirituality, our mental state, and just overall happiness in life.
Yes.
Um, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I want to thank everybody who made comments today. It's really greatly appreciated to see everybody who's sticking with us, everybody who's tuning in. We thank y'all because if it
Yes.
wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't even have a show.
For real.
So I'm James with Strong Arm Security. Y'all can check us out on all platforms at any time. We here for all security applications and then some. So if y'all, if somebody need a mentor or something like that, reach out. If you
Yes.
need some advice on business or life, however, whatever, it ain't always just got to be business. Reach out to us. We
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So I'll let Baron close us out and take it from there. But thank y'all.
Right on. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that, James. And yeah, like he said, to piggyback on the success, uh, success, because we didn't really spend a lot of time on that, because we know what people have shown us that success looks like. But for anybody that's wondering what success looks like having a balance,
Hmm.
being in tune with people, being able to relate and stay relevant to what's going on around you. Success is not just monetary. Success does not just look like money. Success does not look like assets. Those things are important and we need those things. But true success is when you can show somebody else what you've done to gain what you've gotten, and you can sustain that and maintain yourself in that. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna shout out one more business, and I'll try to do this every episode where I let everybody know some of the people that I'm connected with. And if you're looking for uh, body sculpting, you can check out My Preference Body Spa, and that's located in Dallas, and it's owned by Sabrina Williams. She has a page on Facebook, Instagram, and you guys can reach out to her if you guys need any more information from her. Reach out to us. James can post it up real quick. We like to shout her out. I know a lot of women are trying to get their level of success body wise. So we want to shout everybody out that's doing things to help the community out, to make people feel special, to make people feel more appreciative of themselves. And so this is the logo. If you guys can see it, My Preference Body Spa. You can reach out to her on Instagram and Facebook. And also get this book. Get this book, The Diary of a Hurt Soul. It's written by Venetric Faye. Venetric Faye. And she's also on Facebook. If you guys need more information, once again, reach out to us. We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You follow me on YouTube. It's under my name, Barry Murphy. You can reach me on there, subscribe, like, and share. We got a whole lot of content. We've been talking about a lot of different topics. And I just want to let everybody know once again, Solutions, we talk about group economics, psychological control, social programming, bridging the gap between separated parents, the spiritual and religious aspects of our culture, and we talk about health, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. So we are attempting to cover all those areas as it pertains to our culture. And so if anybody's lacking any solutions in those areas, feel free to reach out to us. We got a lot of platforms. James, he helps out HISD school district. He worked with the special needs children and the parents. He's also working there with them. He has a security company. So you guys reach out, man. You know, we plugging ourselves into the community, and we're also looking to start our philanthropy. We want to get out here and start giving back to the community, donating, having drives, you know, and we also want to partner up with LAMP. LAMP is doing a lot of great things in the community. And like I said, I like to shout out people that's doing things to help benefit other people. So if you guys need any information, if you need any of those contacts, please reach out to us and tune in every Friday, 6:30. One of us is gonna be here. So you guys stay tuned. We coming back next week. You know, come hell or high water, come storm. You guys get prepared. They saying it's a storm in the Gulf. We did an episode on that where we talked about being prepared for storms. So, you know, you guys partner up with people that, you know, you feel can help you out in a time of need. We had a freeze back in February. So, you know, we need to start coming together, you know, get to know people, get to know, you know, they outs and ins, what they do for a living, you know, because when devastation happens, it happens to all of us. So it may not happen to us as individuals, but it may happen to our family, our friends, or our coworkers. So you guys plug yourself in with somebody that can help you out. And so until next time.
Oh, hold on. Before you close out, I got two more things.
Go ahead, bro.
One thing, if y'all have a topic y'all won't discuss, hit us up.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that. And I wanted to give out one more shout out to one more business. It's Black owned business. It's Powerhouse Extreme Bullies. Y'all can catch them on Facebook as well and Instagram at Powerhouse Extreme Bullies. I'll put Sabrina and Powerhouse into the comments so that if y'all want to check them out, check them out. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all their logo. That's their logo.
Extreme Bullies. Powerhouse Extreme Bullies. Y'all check them out. Y'all check them out. That's the real. That's the real business. He was on with us today. So yeah, please send that brother a shout out, support his business, buy some merch, you know, and show him that you support him. And like I always say, if James don't got nothing else to say, y'all be careful. It's Friday. Drink responsibly. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
That's kind of limited, but okay. Go ahead, close it out, man. Take us home.
And y'all enjoy yourself, man. And you know, stay aware of COVID too, y'all. Stay aware of COVID. I don't want to leave that out. You know, they're saying that we have a lot of people that's getting infected. From my knowledge, it's a lot of the people that's already taken the vaccine that's catching it again, and they stop wearing masks and stuff like that. So look, it's not time for us to stop social distancing. It's not time for us to stop wearing our masks. It's not time for us to stop Lysol and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You gotta keep your mask. You gotta keep your mask. You always gotta keep your mask. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Lysol, Clorox. Just be clean. Just be clean. Just be clean, y'all. And you know, when you let me give you some tips. When you cough like or James yawning. Well, even when you yawning, do this. Go in the forearm of your arm. You know, don't use your hand because that's contamination. So you spreading germs that way. It's less likely for you to touch somebody with this part of your arm. So you don't exactly. So you use your hands as less as possible. This is a new thing. Y'all take note.
I'm a Air 5E.
Just bump because it's less germs on the outside of your hand. So let's not forget that we are still in a pandemic and people are still dying and losing their lives, as well as other things, HIV, AIDS, cancer, suicides, people are still dying. So with all of those things that we have going on, please stay conscious of COVID. It's a real thing that we're dealing with. So you guys, please take precautions. If somebody have flu type symptoms, take them to the hospital, get them checked. Make sure they don't have COVID so that we can stop this spread, man. We don't want the city to be shut back down. If we get our city shut back down for 3 to 6 months, guess what's going to happen to our economy? It's going to crash. So we need to take those precautions so that we can keep ourselves safe and the people that we love safe and everybody else around. So with that being said, look, this is Solutions. We coming back to you again next Friday. Y'all take it easy and have a good evening. We'll holler at y'all later.
All right,
Peace.
later, y'all. Peace.